Hey everyone, thanks for dropping by. We are going to be covering the Amazing Spider-Man comic today. Of course, we've got other things to discuss, as you guys know what's going on. Good to see you, Mustus Pussus. We are going to be having, I believe Bob Sales is coming on. He said he's coming on. I was running late. I apologize. But here we are. So as soon as he gets here, I'll let him in. And then we can, start talking about some other stuff. But thank you for dropping by. Hit that like button if you guys don't mind. Mustus Pustus, good to see you. Yeah, is this comic any good? I mean, it's not a bad comic. It's just as far as whether it's an investment, if that's why you want it, or you want to collect it or stack it. I don't think this is worth going for in the store, but if you like it, go for it in the market. This is not one I don't think I'm going to gamble. Maybe I will. I mean, this is definitely a nice, interesting secret rare. We don't normally get this type of color. It's a variant comic in the real world. So yeah, maybe I will go for it. I don't know, but I don't think it's going to be worth much. I just don't think. I'll put a poll up here in a second. I mean, it's not a bad looking comic. I know Hanano had said that he really liked this, by the way. Good to see you, Big A. And obviously we'll see Bob Sales here in a second. Let me go ahead and get that poll up and let's see who is going to be going for this comic. I'm not sure if there's going to be a lot of people, but we are going to find out here. All right, let's get this up. Let me know what you guys think, because we all need to know what everyone's doing so we know what we should do. I do have everything set up for Direct Connect on my tablet to snipe if I want to do that. So let's see. We got Double Cool here. Buying the uncommon for my collection in the aftermarket. Definitely. Good idea. All right, we've got Bob Sales here. Let's let him in. Hey, Bob. How you doing?
Good to see ya.
Good to see you, man.
That's right. I'm covering my mop.
Yeah, you said your hair wasn't looking so good. My hair does not look good. So absolutely, I'm dealing with the same thing here. But it is what it is. If you guys are going to want to join the market, you got about 10 minutes to join the market on this. I do not think this is selling out. And before we get into everything else, Bob, what do you think about this comic? What's your opinion on this? Is this a buy? Is it get in the aftermarket? It doesn't have much real world value, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, that's normally the basis, really.
Right.
That normally determines it shouldn't, but it does. So
right.
And with this one, I do actually like all the covers on this. The ultra rare is really nice. I do like the ultra rare.
Yeah. Let's see this.
So it might be a little bit higher than some of the others, but again, it's a new comic. Secret rare is really nice. Wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, right, because it's the first one with
more.
It's not the first one with this much color, but yes, it's one of the few that has color. So that's kind of cool to see.
Yeah, maybe it's worth going for it just for that.
Just to try. I mean, if you get that secret rare, I mean, I have no clue what's going to be worth. But yeah, I mean, maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Looks like Big A's going to grab a couple here. Gamble. I don't know, have to see. I could always change my opinion. I sold a bunch of stuff, and we can get into that. But we got Alejandro here. Good to see you. I'm waiting for a few more people.
I can't sell anything at the minute.
You can't? Are you still locked out of the account, or?
Yeah.
Oh, you're
no,
kidding.
I'm not. I'm restricted for selling myself stuff.
Oh yeah. I figured they'd take you off by now, or at least know you. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, I'm restricted from aftermarket purchases for the next month, I think.
Oh, is that how they did it? I thought, I figured like a 2-day or whatever. That's kind of crazy.
So it was worth it. Got it out of the way. It needed to be done. So.
Right.
At least they didn't just strip the account or whatever. So that's
they could have stripped They definitely could have.
Still go for drops and stuff like that. So
right, but you just can't like.
I see that comment. Bad.
That kind of sucks. That sucks. So you have to go for it. It looks like this is a problem. Double cool for everyone, right? Like we've got Christmas or the holidays. Nobody has much money, or most of us don't. I did go ahead. I'm hedging my bets a little bit. I sold a few things off. I still have, I think there's a decent future for Veve. Wasn't sure if there was going to be in the past couple of days, but it looks like that they came out and did what I expected them to do. We'll get into that in a second. Again, I'm just waiting for a few more people to get into here. Dane K, good to see you.
Yeah, I should explain that. So what happened is they started the KYC thing, right? So for 3 months, 4 months, I tried to get a passport, and in that time, that was when COVID had just ended. So everyone wanted to go on holiday. So I couldn't get a passport for 3 months. Then AF15 come out, and then I said to the missus, I was like, look, there's no way I can miss this drop. I missed 3 months of drops. There's no way I can miss this drop. So you're going to have to make an account. So that's how it all started. And then by that time, we were never told that you couldn't merge two KYC'd accounts and all that malarkey. And then that come out, and then that kind of screwed us. So then I was trying to sell everything legitly, but it just wasn't selling. So in the end, I just kind of sold it to myself.
It's hard, man. I sold. So I don't like taking losses. So I literally sold things that I knew I was making profit. I'd sell things that where I lose like 5 gems, but I don't like if I'm going to lose 20 or 30 gems, I'm just like, I'll keep it. I've got plenty of stuff that I profit, but like I sold, I did not want to sell my Stanley Secret Rare, but I'm like, you know what? That's $160 in profit. I'm going to take it. Shelby Cobra sold hers for 400. I should have sold it at 800. It is what it is. I'm up. I got my gems up. So yeah, definitely. But
I sold mine. I think I got the secret rare, Stanley. No, I didn't get the secret rare. I got the ultra rare.
Oh, the ultra rare.
Duck and Cover, I think, got the secret rare because he was over the moon at the time.
I mean, I love that because the fees on it are so low. So I really wanted to keep it. But here we are. Here we are. So guys, if you are going to join the wait list, you have 5 minutes. I don't think you're gonna have any problem getting this. This is a 6,000 edition mint. Again, I feel like Veve's at least getting this right. Maybe it could be a little bit lower, but the price is right. $699, 6,000. I think that's fair. And it's actually, if you get too low, it's really hard to snipe the market. So not sure this is gonna sell out. I don't think you're gonna have any problems. Really cool. I like the secret rare. Bob said he liked the ultra rare. Again, the secret rare, you don't normally get a colorful one like this. Usually the ultra rares are always very good. So I like that. Yeah. Even the rare. I mean, I normally do not like the rares. So this has the color and then the uncommons about as boring. I like this black and white stuff.
Sorry, Double Quill. We apologize.
Yeah. So I'm not the biggest on those, maybe more on the DC Palm, but on here, not necessarily. Oh, that's all right. Hey, Bruin, good to see you. Yeah, we're definitely getting comments, right?
Let me just answer that 1 second. I'll be with you.
Yeah. No problem. So, yeah, but if you guys are going for this, definitely no guarantees on what this is going to be. The real world value is not much. I looked it up on eBay, even the variant covers, we're not talking much at all. So if you go off of that, probably not good. If you go off of the poll, let's see how many people we have on this. We don't have many votes, but only 12% are going for this. So this is, if you really like this, probably get in the aftermarket and maybe get that secret rare if you like it for 40 or 50. Of course, my predictions have not been right lately. So yeah, it's crazy. Dane K's asking where Bob's from. I mean, he's in the UK. I forgot what city he's in, but yeah. Let's see. Dude, who is that guy with BE today? That is Bob Sales. He's a good guy, and he kept on getting calls. So I guess he'll be back on here in a second. Bitcoin BMW, good to see you. I'm going to pass on this comment. Yeah, I figure, right, since that's what we're going to get is comments, right? We know we're going to get comments. Yeah, it's probably a good pass. Yes, nobody's ever heard of Bob Sales. He did put out a good video last night talking about all the fun, and I'm going to get into it for sure, everything that's been going on. But let's keep you, in suspense here. But if you were watching my tweets, you'd see where I stood on things. Hit that like button, guys, if you don't mind. I always appreciate it. I do have these QR codes up. I don't normally promote them. Haven't normally try to get anyone to donate. If you want to donate, I'm going to start probably putting more money into the channel. and stuff like that, go ahead. Only do it if you can afford it. Don't worry if you can't, but definitely hit that like button. That is a big help. And I won't show too much on the show. So, but yeah, so here we are on the comic. Mints to look for, just the normal 1901 Walt's birthday, 1923 Disney's birthday, 1922 Stan Lee's birthday, 616, 1939, 1962, 1963, which are the first years of Spider-Man. This is a 2003. You could deal with the movies and stuff. It may not be worth going paying too much for those. Obviously 616 is worth it. 62, 63, those are good. So keep an eye on those. Maybe you can get those at floor. We'll have to see how many of these sell, because I don't know what's going to happen. So everything okay on your end, Bob? Everything good?
Yeah, I'll start Tuesday.
Oh, you got it. Nice. Yeah. Congrats, dude.
Yeah.
That's so yeah, Bob had an interview. It was this morning, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so he told me just you've got about a minute here, a little less than a minute to join the wait list.
I need to do that myself.
Yeah. You I probably just join it. I don't think I'm going to go for it, but I'm going to go ahead and join it. You got 26 seconds. But congrats, Bob. So he told me he had an interview and he thought it didn't go well, but he got the ladies laughing, and that's all it takes. Right?
Yeah. Funny enough, the last one went really well, and I thought I got the job, and then didn't get the job, and then this time I thought it went terrible, and then I got the job. So
that's how it usually goes. So congratulations, man. That's got to be exciting. And you start Monday, you said?
Yeah, next week, Tuesday. So but it's
Tuesday,
day
okay.
shift, so I'm probably gonna. I'm not sure what the hours are. Probably gonna have to miss the drop streams.
Oh,
for a little
while.
because
you guys are what 6 hours ahead.
Because it's normally drop streams for us is like 4 p.m.
Right.
I mean, it's 3:30 now for us, and I think that shift could be till 6 o'clock at night.
Well, who knows? They might actually, and I hope they do, start switching these times around to accommodate not just us Americans, and maybe realize that there's a lot of other people out there.
It's normally perfect. It's normally perfect for me.
Right.
I used to wake up from the night shift at about 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'll be ready for drop. It was perfect for me.
Totally.
Whereas now I'm going to have to take a day shift job. It's not going to be perfect.
I get it. I'm a night owl, but because of my situation, I basically just work the whole day. Just real quick, we got Tucson in the house. Good to see you. G43, good morning, guys. Holy cringe the last couple days. Yes. Oh, we are getting into that. We're going to get into that. Bob may just sit back.
I did a little bit last night.
Yeah, and Bob put out a video, and so all right, guys, we can get into it. So as we all know, this Ryan guy who worked for Veve, kind of, the front face of Veve out there on the internet and stuff like that. And now a bunch of people are going to drop off, which is fine. So I started tweeting about this on the 3rd. All right. Good to see you, Dr. Strange. Good to be here. I'm going to be honest. I was a little disappointed in the amount of comments from content creators. I literally said to myself, and I told Shelby Cobra, I've worked hard to build this channel up. I said, fuck it. I will lose everything. I'm not going to deal with a racist like this. And obviously it kept on getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
And I wasn't hearing anything. Now I know a lot of people maybe have to be more neutral because they have a lot on the line here. Maybe this is their whole livelihood, but I was like, whatever. I don't care. I'm going to stand up. This is not cool. A lot of people are getting hurt here. Even me. I mean, literally, if you look, even Bob, Brits to Canadians.
I only see that one today. It was it was the Down syndrome one that got to me.
Yes, so be a Jew and Down syndrome, of course, that offends me.
And then Kryptoni was telling me about another one that he read, and I was just like, I've not even seen that one. I read so far, and I'd seen enough within the 6 or 7 to know not to carry on reading, if that made sense.
No, absolutely.
The next, it's like the first couple of days you mentioned it started on the 3rd. Well, I'd missed a couple of days because I'd been preparing for interviews. I'd also been buying Pokemon cards and trying.
I saw that.
Trying to do some of that in the background as well. So I've been a bit all over the place this week, and then I've also been making a video that's not actually done yet, and it seems to be taking forever.
Yeah, it's hard with in fact, I didn't even do I normally I'm trying to have premieres on Tuesdays. I missed it because of all this, and of course Tucson here he is. I'm a dick. I'm trying to my virtual. Oh, I'm such a good person for doing it. You can think whatever you want. This was not for potentially wasn't for Tucson. I mean, look, I know who you are. You should have been offended by what was said. I was offended. Most people should have been offended. But yes, I mean, honestly, I was kind of disappointed in a lot of the content creators not saying anything. I know people don't like to get, mixed up in this stuff, but I knew it wasn't right. So
when it's like me, if Veve offer the ambassadorship, which we all know is rumored recently, I would like one, right? So you don't really want to go against the company, but at the same time, I can't be a YouTuber person that speaks to everyone and not be myself and not speak the truth, if that makes sense. It's like I said yesterday, there's a thing I've always lived by is scratch a lie, catch a thief, which is what Ray Charles' mum used to say to him all the time. Ray Charles, the singer, right? And I've always lived by that statement, and it kind of...
Well, you really had a good video last night, because Bob did put out a video last night, which was really good. It really hit a lot of things. By the way, everyone who's in here, Incorrigible, Goat Slayer, Tucson is racist and Plan B is racist, right? I'm definitely not. Let's see. Kobe and Campa had mature reactions. The rest of the influence are dicks. There you go. I don't know what I said, Tucson, that you didn't like. But yes, Kobe collects. I was very happy to see that he responded, and very happy. And a few other people. I even Fromy. He responded to one of my tweets, and we even DM'd, and it was really a good conversation about forgiveness and everything. But that's the other thing we should say. So it's 12 years ago, 13 years ago. People can change, and I can believe you can change people. But absolutely,
to even write something like that and look at the writing and
and how much it was,
and it wasn't once. It was
probably hundreds of times,
and it was to every person, every race, it was covered, but pretty much a lot of bases.
Exactly.
So
that's crazy, Captain Obvious. Good to see you too, by the way. G Money, can't we get all? I mean, ain't that the truth? But so
that was also the other thing when I first read some of the tweets,
right?
I felt like it was like 50 Cent would say it, as in refer to himself. So I was wondering where he grew up. I thought maybe that would understand. Maybe he grew up with a bunch of black people, right? Maybe that was what he was around. Maybe that was his friends, and maybe he was used to being like that. But then once you see the other tweets, and then it's very clear after that actually it's not that way at all. It's pretty bad.
Right.
And by the way, why you'd even write stuff like that and then still
not even know
that, and then even leave it on Twitter. But when you're writing them words, you should be able to tell. It looks even worse in writing. It looks so much worse, and you just should be able to tell. Common sense should tell you're an idiot. Even if you're 18, 17, by that point, you should know right from wrong, right?
You should. So here's my thoughts. The first thing I want to say, and we have plenty of time until the actual drop, and Big A, it doesn't matter who found this, it was found. But I do want to say, like, literally, I thought I was done with Veve this morning. I had a whole plan. I mean, Veve was not going to get away with this. I had a plan of what was going to happen, and it wasn't going to just be me. There were some other people involved, but it was going to be a situation where we were going to, make sure that Veve responded to this, and they did. And thank God, because I didn't think was going to happen. We can't always time these things. Did I like the timing? Should have happened earlier. I think so, but I don't think it was that bad. I'm glad they responded because they had to as a company. We are a big mix of, we're a diversified group of people. We cannot be out there having somebody who is front facing, working for the company, saying racist stuff. I don't care if he did it 12 years ago or if he did it yesterday. You just can't have it. Now, if you erase it, we never saw it, that's fine. Now, having said that, I don't think anyone should be going after Ryan anymore. He is now suffering, and I do believe he's going to learn, he's going to learn, or he knows, he says he's found God. Maybe he's true.
Probably already learned. He's got family and everything right now. His life's probably changed miles. But
absolutely.
At the same time, Disney, a company like Disney or Marvel or someone like that. I mean, right now, Disney is probably the wokest company when it comes to making movies.
Right, exactly.
They've gone over the top with it at the minute, right? Changing dwarfs to full-size actors just because it's not right anymore, even though they're actually complaining that we should be having them roles because we're perfect for the roles, right?
Right, exactly.
It's just crazy. So you can't have all that because it's not just Veve you're representing; it's every IP on that platform, every single.
That's exactly
IP.
right. And here's the thing:
family-friendly company. It's multicultural. It's worldwide.
Exactly. And look, I'm sick of this whole. A lot of this woke stuff and this cancel culture, but it had to be done. And here's the thing: the defenders of him, what you don't understand is this was going to end. Veve was going to be over. Disney would have left. I guarantee you Disney would have left. Do you realize that I was vetted by Disney? Like, Disney doesn't F around. When you do anything with Disney, they vet people, right? If you have any connection to them, because they don't want any of this stuff. Obviously, that wasn't the case as in this situation, but they're doing it now. And you have to be so careful. And you want one person to bring down the company because they were going to know. Disney was going to find out about this.
Even that Callum guy or whatever comes straight back out the woodwork, didn't he? And it was like, come on. He was like, he had to pick it up, didn't he? Out of all people. And it's one of the other things I would say. It's like Big A. Big A's comment. It was kind of a witch hunt. Yes.
Right.
I can agree with that. It was clearly a dig to basically get someone in trouble. But at the same time, you shouldn't have had that on your feed too.
I mean, you should have.
You shouldn't have had that. And then even originally, you shouldn't have just been saying it. Let alone
absolutely
to leave it up all this time, knowing where you're working and everything. You've got to be stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid. I mean, guys, scrub your stuff. And even if it's not racist, you probably said just stupid stuff or something political. Like, I don't like talking politics in here because I have friends on both sides, and we're here to escape. By the way, I do want to say, because Fromy is here, and I told you guys that we had a good conversation. Fromy's such a good guy, and he really talks about forgiveness, and it's so important. And I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I wasn't sure if Ryan was going to get fired. Honestly, if they gave him another job in the company that was just off to the side, not front facing, he does have a family.
Trevor's had his situation with McFarlane, right? No one's heard from Trevor ever since. His is nowhere near as bad as this situation, mind you.
Right.
But Trevor had his situation, and no one's heard anything from Trevor since. We don't know whether he's working backstage, whether he's still working for the company.
Right.
Whereas yesterday in my video, I didn't even think of that as an option. I just all I could think of was he literally got to go. Like, there's no other question about it.
Well,
Disney,
I think that
Marvel and everyone else.
Right. That was in the end. That's what had to happen in order for us to still have Veve, because Veve would have gone down. Because
Callum, like I said, Callum's got a big following, and he already started with, look at this racist Web3 company, and it was like,
and do you think that's exactly right. Do you think you're gonna get more people in here? They're still gonna find this. This is still not gonna be like, this is gonna be out there, but Veve did the right thing. And and it's important. And Fromy was absolutely right that forgiveness is important. And one of the things I said though to Fromy, and I don't know if he agreed or not, but like forgiveness, like you can earn forgiveness, but that doesn't mean there aren't consequences for what you did. I think in this situation, because he's so front facing, that he had to be let go for business reasons. I hope there were some moral reasons that Veve did this. I hope so. I don't know for sure. Usually corporations don't run like that. They're run to make a profit. By the way, if I'm missing your comments, guys, we're getting a lot of comments here, but I'm seeing them, and I appreciate everything you're saying. And if you think it's
I feel for the guy. I've just been sacked. So before I made that video yesterday, I thought about what I was going to say, because I didn't want to put someone in the position where they're about to lose their job at Christmas and they've got a family and stuff. But at the same time, I could see there only being one outcome. It was just too much.
After I saw, like,
wasn't one thing, wasn't two little things.
It was a bunch of things, even you.
And it just got to the point where it was just plain just hate.
It was hate, and like even you found more ones. I mean, he literally did not like anyone, and he could have been, by the way, biggest bro. Everyone, again, if I'm missing you, I apologize. I apologize that I'm missing all your tweets. I like to kind of see everything, but obviously this is a big subject here. But yeah, so I just feel like, you know, we now can heal, right? Like I feel like I can heal. That's my time frame. There's gonna be other people who will never heal. They'll never like this. There's other people that might take days. That's fine. But we're not all on the same time frame. But I am so happy that Veve came out and said something that was super important. Again, I still wish we had more content creators that came out. They came out afterwards when Veve came out. And I'm not trying to say because I came out earlier that I am special or anything, but like I was really ready to blow shit up this morning if they hadn't done it. And it shouldn't be my job to do that. They're a big company. They should understand that they needed to respond to this.
Well, but I was in two minds whether to make the video yesterday, and then I got about 4 messages to say,
that said,
are you going to react to this?
Right.
And it was
absolutely.
like, well, yeah, I probably should. And then, I don't know, it was just a bit of a mess yesterday.
Right. Yeah. And Tucson, this should have been done faster. Okay. But Veve did the right thing. And again, we don't all run on the same timelines. They have things they have to do, maybe legal things they have to go through. They had to figure out what they want to do. I think it took a little bit too long, but I'm not going to, thank God that they did this. By the way, guys, you've got 10 minutes on the wait list.
Double Quill's right there. So Double Quill's written a comment there saying he'll from this, sure, until the next time they do a deep dive to try and do some damage to Veve, which is going to happen because they've already started on Foster again. I already see a couple of tweets today saying about what Foster's tweeted, and Foster's is clearly a joke at the time. But how far are we going to go now? now how far does the hole go? Because now you're going to start going into everyone, and like you say, everyone's been drunk, everyone's been stupid. How far? Like Foster made a joke that was probably like more of a Frankie Boyle joke, so dry humor, if you call it that. And now that's probably going to bite him in the arse a little bit. It's not the same effect, but now it's going to be the people that do want to destroy Veve and do want to close the company down. They're just going to hunt and hunt and hunt.
They are, and screw them, because that was one of the things I said. Like whenever I made a response about what Ryan said, like screw the fudders. Like there were people who were not fudders. All right, now you may think I'm a fudder. I'm really not. I just tell it as it is. If it's good or bad, whatever. And why would I want to bring them down? I stream this stuff. I'm invested in it. It's just I don't know. I don't get it. Yes, the fudders are going to do what they do, but that doesn't matter. They're going to find. There's even more stuff out this morning about somebody else. I'm not even going to get into it because I don't know if it's true or not. But yes, people are going to go out there and look into your stuff. I don't know Tucson. He thinks I am talking about stuff he knows nothing about. I don't know what I said that you think I don't know anything about. But yeah,
chat loves you.
Yeah, right. Let's see. Shelby Cooper, by the way, wifey, is here to help. And yeah, he is Einstein looking here on. That's true. I do have Einstein looking here. Okay, so here we go, David. Here's the thing: if you
10
even
minutes to a drop.
Oh yeah, we've got a little. Yeah, we've got 7 minutes now until the drop. Basically, guys, this is such a hard situation. People have said stupid things in their lives. All right, and forgiveness is important, but like if you're sitting there and publicly saying these things and doing it like he did it, and you're out in front, you're just, unfortunately, you're going to lose. You're not going to be able to be out in front of people. You can't do it, right? You can have a job as in the mailroom.
Worst thing is, even if you're not Veve and you're in that situation, even if you're him yourself, right? You should be able to look at that from Vive's point of view, Disney's point of view, Marvel's point of view, and be like, I can see your point. Even though I'm not like that now, even though I'm not like that now, I can still see.
Right, exactly.
Position.
By the way, Mo Fresh, this was Ryan. He was like, I don't remember the exact position that he had, but it was like what public organization? I don't, whatever it is. It was important. He's like out in the forefront dealing with people on the internet and stuff like that. I forgot the name of it. Okay, so Doctor Strange, I don't know. Trust, I'm not the most politically correct dude out here. Difference is you wouldn't know that from my tweets, right? And see, that's the thing.
I'm the same. I can be brash. I can be dry humor, and to Americans certainly. So sometimes I can speak to Americans, and some of my dry humor doesn't pass off because it's different humor.
Right,
but at the same time, that just at least 10 of the tweets I can think of in my head, just I can clearly see them, and I only read 20 max. 20 max I read, and I've seen pages and pages of it, and it's just one hateful thing after the next.
Yeah, it was just crazy. By the way, Jason, are you talking about what David said? And if he is, and he's saying he was rapping, even when I grew up, there was rap, and sometimes you'd seen the song, but even that's a hard word to say. And I heard Ice Cube, this was, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. He was on Bill Maher's show because Bill Maher made a real big mistake. He said something stupid, and Ice Cube came on there, and he said, like, whenever anyone says stuff like that, like, it's like somebody stabbing him in the heart. And when he said that, like, I felt it. Like, I felt his pain. And so even in that situation, and that might have been a long time ago, okay, that is, I believe, forgivable if it was in a situation like that. But even that, like, it should not be. We do not have the right to say that. Like,
have you seen the new Bill Burr movie on Netflix?
I have not.
Is it Old Dads? I think it's something about dads on there. Well, there's a bit in the car. There's always this scene in one of these comedy movies, and it's about rapping to the music, right? And it's about that exact same statement.
Well, and that's right, like
the word in a song,
exactly.
And it is a really funny moment. I was actually going to use it for the ending of the video yesterday, but I didn't. I didn't want to take the piss out of the situation. But if you haven't watched that movie with Bill Burr in, I think it's got Dave Chappelle in as well.
Yeah. Oh, I am going to have to see that. Okay.
I'm not sure if it's Dave Chappelle. I think it might be, or it's someone that looks close to him. Anyway,
I'll go check.
That is actually a really good movie. It's very blunt, very dry comedy. But that bit in the car, as soon as you get to that, you're going to know what I'm talking about. You could be cracking up at that when you see it.
Well, right. So I mean, and like in that situation, it's a different situation. So Big A, that's right. He said he was, if he was on a plantation, he would have been what Big A said there, and he's been very supportive of the community. So he thought he had some in that he could say shit like that, and Bill Maher did the right thing. He had a bunch of leaders in the community come on, including Ice Cube, and basically tell him to go fuck off.
Yeah.
And he listened to them. And he apologized. And like I said, when I heard Ice Cube say all this stuff, like, I felt it. I felt really like I could feel the hurt. He wasn't joking. And then I thought of everyone who hears those words, who's offended, like, you just can't say it, and you should not write it down. By the way, Jabali Lingo, thank you for dropping by. Sorry, guys, if we're getting into all this stuff. Obviously, we're we're talking about Ryan and Veve. I'm glad Veve came out. I think that's important. Let's see what Dr. Strange. Bill Maher didn't make a mistake. That's who he really is. And he thinks always takes time for people to show you who they really are, especially actors. Yeah, I think that it was crazy. I really don't believe he's a racist. And even the people on the show didn't think he was a racist. He made an effed up mistake, right? Like he shouldn't have said that. That was stupid. You're not, there's nothing you can say in life that should give you the right to say that. Even if you are supportive of any community, you shouldn't be able to harm them with your words.
Also,
and so,
your time, also your generation. That's
right. Yeah, that doesn't right. I came from this
older people.
Right. We were racist.
A lot of the time, some of the old names and some of the, you could get some weird looking money boxes called weird names back in the day and stuff like that. So generation also comes into it. But the younger generation, that should not be
Yeah, definitely not now. By the way, guys, you've got if you care, you've got like 58 seconds to join the wait list. I know some of you here are for the comic. I don't think 27% are yes going for it, 73% are not. I don't think it's worth it. This is probably not the one you want. This is not the hill you want to die on. And you can get it in the aftermarket. The biggest pro, he's saying, all I'm going to say is when I start streaming Grand Theft Auto 6, I'm going to be doing it with a voice changer and a mask. Look, there are people out there that are going to just try to bring you down, and screw the fudders, because
that's quite funny.
This is what they're going to do, but that still doesn't mean, people shouldn't be held accountable for what they say. By the way, if you guys don't mind, hit that like button. Thank you everyone for dropping by. Dr. Strange, he said plenty more after that, just not as racist as some of you would say, as there is degrees to it. And I don't want to give comedians any right that they have any right to go down the racist road or anything like that, but they definitely do push the envelope. And that can be a problem.
It's like Frankie Boyle, where he makes jokes about the R word. Now that's something I never appreciate from anyone ever, because that's just, what a horrendous crime, right?
Right.
So
absolutely.
Even in comedy, I don't like that said. But when you're watching a Frankie Boyle concert or something, it's probably going to come up at some point.
Absolutely.
Or subjects like that are going to come up. So comedy is a bit different.
Absolutely. And here's the thing, like, he hit everyone. Like, if you're gonna say bad stuff about anyone, if you're gonna say Arabs, Jews, Christians, British, whatever it is, color your skin, which is already just a stupid thing. That's a thing. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, and that's why I was very upset about this. And I don't have that much pull in this community, but I'm glad that there, in the end, Veve did the right thing, and I think people came out and they understood this had to happen. But yeah, I just hope, G Money 99% were bad. He liked the egg sandwich. Look, again, I think as Fromy and I talked, I think I can forgive Ryan. It's over. He's gone. Like, I don't want to go out there and beat the crap out of him now. He's learned, right? I hope he doesn't get more racist because he says these people did this to me, but I think he's learned, and I hope people don't go out and bother him if they can even find him. It's time for us to move on and try to heal if we can. If you can't, recover from this, then you can leave Veve. But thank God that Veve did this, because this was not going to end well for Veve, and I would have had my hand in making sure that happened, because I wasn't going to sit back. Like I said, I was willing to lose everything. I know there were other people that were willing to lose everything. I'm well invested in Veve, so it would not have been beneficial. None of this is beneficial.
It's like me. It's the first Veve video I put out this week, and it was not the one I wanted to.
It was not the one you wanted. Yeah, exactly. This whole thing, but I really am glad. And you're gonna be able to buy these in about 2 minutes on the comic. You don't understand how much I'm Shelby Cobra, we're just sitting down. Her phone went off. The alert went off. And we saw, Rev Alex, his tweet about this. And I said, I can't believe this. Like, they really did it. They really did it. I did not think that they were going to say anything. I think they try to avoid everything. I think they've learned that's the smarter move. But this was what they had to do. They had to do it. And they had to do it for us. They had to save the company. This is what it was about. It was about saving the company. Again, I hope there was some moral reasons.
I mean,
but
me personally, when I made that video yesterday, I had no doubt what Veve was going to do. I don't know why. I just had no doubt.
Right. Let's see. Bruin saying there are a-holes in all shapes, sizes, and colors. I hate them all. Then there are the major decent people, the normal. I mean, look, people just don't normally go out and say these words. I mean, I've been surprised before where people, you're just like, you hear this stuff and you're like, wow, it's so open. Like,
it's not something I thought it's not something I thought I'd see.
Right. Even you said in his video, I didn't realize you said half your family is black, correct?
Yeah.
So I've
got a few with disabilities,
and then you have a family that have disabilities. Yeah, so there's a lot of offensive themes in there. Yeah. And as a group,
it's like the family parties, right? So all my sisters are white, but you go to a family party and my sisters will all cook curry goat.
Right.
so the family party food is always curry goat every year.
Absolutely. Well, so and on Doctor Strange, he made a video not like on the comic. He made a video about what Veve did. But absolutely, and I'm glad you did your way. Everyone has their way, and I'm glad you did, because it's important for all of us to stick together. We're friends here. I'm not going to let somebody talk bad about Arabs or Jews
when I see the one about Down syndrome, I was just like,
that was crazy too.
I was just like, them people are so disadvantaged as it is. I was like, they get stared at, they get pointed at. They've already got a bad hand in life, and then you're gonna wish that upon someone. I was just like,
it's crazy. It's dumb. So this is what Frommy's saying. Just to have to be mindful of what you say to people. We don't know what they've been through in life. Treating everyone like how you would like to be treated is how I approach it. Yeah, and again, I do think now that there's the forgiveness is there for Ryan, at least in my book.
Yeah, I
do feel sorry, and I told Frommy I didn't buy his sincerity because he blocked me, blocked a lot of people. I think it's important to hear, and you even talked about this, Bob, it's important to hear the people, to sit through the pain you put them through. So that is something that, sorry guys, that is something that you have to do. And when you block people and you're not willing to listen to them, that means you aren't sorry. But I do think at this point, we can move on. He's not here anymore, and we got what we want. Yeah, if you want to go for the drop, guys, we're a minute late, but a lot of people like to wait a little bit. Big A saying, not surprising last night on Randy's Moon Boys. I saw that. All four speakers thought Ryan should get a pass. And the real issue was the fudders digging up the old tree. Yeah, it's not, guys. It's not. Again, screw the fudders.
I do agree. It was a witch hunt.
It was absolutely a witch hunt, but it doesn't matter.
It shouldn't have been that stupid.
It shouldn't have been on there. Yeah. And he shouldn't have said it in the first place. But people, that was a different time for him. Hopefully he really has changed. And his maker will be the final decider of if he really is sorry and all that. That's not for me to decide, but he's gone. So again, I don't think anyone should go after him anymore. But anyone who defends, says that they should have kept him because fudders dug this up. Again, would you be willing to keep him on there to bring down the project? Because the project, Veve would have gone down. I guarantee you, this was not. They came out last night because they knew if they didn't say something, it was over for them. Like,
I don't know. I always knew they were going to react to it this way. There was only one way for him to do it.
I mean, they had to
connection to Disney. Just that.
They were taking their time though, and it didn't seem like it was happening fast enough. But they did.
What you said, you noticed it 3 days ago, 2 days ago,
right? 2 days ago.
I'd not seen it 2 days ago. because I'd been in and out of Twitter.
Right, you've been in and out.
Yesterday
Exactly.
when I went in, all I could see, my whole feed was just, I was just like, what the hell? What's this going on? Is this photoshopped? And then I just see tweet after tweet after tweet. And I was like, this can't be right. So
yeah, I mean, it was definitely
a shock.
Yeah, it was definitely comic is live, guys. If you want to go for it. I don't know if Shelby Cobra actually went for it. Sorry if I'm missing your guys' discussion. This is an important discussion. I know a lot of people are writing stuff, so I apologize. You can post it again if you think it's important. I'll try to get to it.
I got a secret rare.
You did?
Yeah.
Nice. Congrats. What mint did you get?
Bad one.
Yeah, who cares?
3044. It's not bad.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go. Congrats, man.
I can't sell it though because I'm banned from the market.
Oh, I forgot you can't sell it. Well, you know what? You've got one now.
Normally, I'd sell it and then buy it back later on. Oh wow!
Here's a good point. So
that's
double,
a really good cover.
Double Quill saying no, they should have kept them because it would have ruined the project. But they need to curtail witch hunts because it'll keep getting worse unless they protect their employees and professional and personal. I mean, basically, if you're working out there, you just need to absolutely erase all your stuff that people have access to.
Well, Veve's actually put in their statement that from now on, everyone
that they're going to
join the company are probably going to have to delete their social media. So that's kind of ruined it for everyone now because people like Corey and stuff, they might not be able to have social media at this point. I mean, we already see it with Corey's channel, right? He pretty much had to delete his whole catalog before he joined Veve,
exactly.
And now he's going to have to delete his whole Twitter account at this way.
I mean, pretty much they're probably going to have people lock it down. I mean, I can tell you Shelby Cobra at her job, and she's not a streamer or anything like that. She works for a big company. They have all sorts of rules. So it's just not even worth messing with social media. By the way, this is not, I completely agree with Dr. Strange. Veve needs to be way more diverse than they are. Yeah, Veve, and this is what he says, Veve has a chance to be my more diverse company. I applied for 4 positions and got 4 denial emails back. Been denied a logo in person twice, and he's told me that story. I'm throwing alley-oops. So it's not, I can't say in those situations why you wore, but I can say that they do need to be way more diversified. We are a group that's very eclectic, and there's no reason it doesn't seem right. So I completely agree with you, Doctor, and not cool. So okay, we're getting people got comments. You're the only one who got the secret rare. So yeah, we all know you can be fired for social media posts. Yes, thank you for telling us.
Even in a normal job. Even in a normal job.
Right. I think we know we can be fired for posts from 15 years. You can be fired for posts. God, you could go to BBSs and maybe find stuff if you go back to early 90s. I mean, people aren't really going back that far, but
then even then, it's not going to be that hateful, that spiteful, or anything. Worse off, you're going to tell someone to screw off or something. That's the worst you're probably going to find on most people.
Exactly.
With someone and told them to get lost, but the unpolite way of saying get lost.
Exactly. I think people's biggest thing is their political views. Like you just don't even want to put that out there. You just don't want to put that out there because you don't want to alienate anyone, unless it's something big. You just don't want to alienate because you know what? When we don't talk politics, we got a lot of friends in here and we don't need to talk politics. This is a place to escape that. This is where we go. I just want to escape it. This is where I can go do that. Did anyone else get a secret rare? And of course you got it, and it'll probably be worth something for a couple days, and you can't sell it. By the way, guys, if you don't mind, hit that like button. I appreciate it if you could do that. Don't want to push that too much today, though, with what we're talking about. Let's see, G43, 100% diversity and representation is vital for Veve moving forward. There are we're a big group, and but we're not all white. I can tell you that. Not even close. So having representation, I mean, the fact that we even have to say it is ridiculous, right? Like we shouldn't have to, there's plenty of good people out there that they should be hiring, and it should be representative of everyone here. So
they have to be able to do the job.
Yes.
That's also the main problem.
Right.
Like they can't just hire him for the sake.
No, they can't. But like, you know, I know doctor's good.
Perfect fit.
Yeah, it does have to, but you know, and again, I don't know why doctor didn't get the job, but there's.
Well, if I put in for an interview tomorrow for Veve, I don't think I'll get the job.
I know I wouldn't. So
not because I'm not liked by him or anything, probably because I'm not qualified enough to do it.
Yes, like exactly. Although I mean,
now, obviously, I don't know your situation, Doc. Maybe you got some extra qualifications. I don't know what job titles they had, so I can't go into any of that. But from my situation, like I wouldn't ever look at a job for Veve and think, yeah, I could do that, even though I probably could do it if I put my head to it. But I just wouldn't think to myself I could do it, if that makes sense to you.
Although I mean, maybe
give me the job.
You could potentially do a job like what Corey does, right? So I mean,
yeah.
So I mean, that's the thing.
But then I'm not. But then even applying, I know that I'd have a very slim chance.
Like I do think, you know, Doctor could be a good representative out there. I could see him being an ambassador out there.
Oh, he will be an ambassador one day.
Yeah.
But so I mean, that all depends if they let Cryptoys ambassadors be Veve ambassadors too.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever have me as an ambassador.
That could be a thing.
Yeah, they could be like you're not like with NFL teams, like
because that does kind of make sense as well.
That you can't be on multiple things. Yeah, like on sports teams, a lot of sports you can't own basketball in NFL. Kroenke had that issue with the Nuggets and the Rams, so he had to give it to his son. That's usually how that works. But yeah, that's funny. Incorrigible.
Sorry, I'm just cleaning Pokemon cards. I managed to drop water on them.
Let's see here. So Doctor's saying, yes, one of the jobs is basically being Corey's assistant. Are you kidding me? See, like at either one of you could have gotten that job.
Oh, yeah, we could have done that.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, you know, hopefully they'll get better.
And all of that stuff is self-taught. Like I never knew any of that stuff. That is just trial and error for hours and hours and hours.
Think of that. Same with Mo. Mo is self-taught on everything you learn. Look how he made one of the better games for you know, the side games that you could make for Fortnite. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I do think Veve deserves props. And yeah, Foamy's saying if I ran Veve, I definitely hire Doc and Bob, two solid dudes. Absolutely. And I'm so happy. I don't think you guys know how happy I was to see Veve. And again, maybe some of you still aren't happy with the response, or it wasn't fast enough or whatever. And I can understand that. But like, I literally thought this morning I was going to go apeshit crazy. If they had not said anything, I was just ready to just blow up. So
whereas I see it yesterday, I see it all yesterday. So I was like, oh, Vivi's response was really quick.
Right.
What is this? 2 days.
Right. So Big A saying Foster got hired, and he's a jail officer that lost half his money from $100,000 mortgage he took out. Oh my Lord! Look, I don't know. Qualifications are a big part of it. Yeah, I mean that's crazy.
You see, money situations. Sorry, money situations don't really come into it.
Well, but if you're for instance, there are certain jobs you can't have if you're not good with your money.
One of the things I did say about when they did hire Foster though is when can you really have a shitload of OMI and then work for the OMI side of the business?
Well, I guess the thing they say is that you're going to be super positive about OMI if you are. So
I did have that thought. I did think, can you really do that? And then I thought, well, put it this way, most of us are Veve, so we'll all be screwed if that was the situation.
Absolutely.
We'd have to by the way, our whole accounts.
This is true. And this Vault already has something out there for Foster. So Foster is on the hit list. Again, I do think this switch.
I see a little one for Foster earlier, but that's
I think that was it. I don't know how I feel about that yet. I just, you know, it's just all this is just driving me nuts. And here's the thing: if it's all true, Veve right now is going through who's working for them. They're going through everything, and I guarantee there are going to be more people fired. You know.
And then in the meantime, it's just going to slow us all down, slow the project down.
Right, the project, nothing's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. The whole team owns OMI. Rise usually dumps it on people. That's right, he does. Watma Miss, Foster is Teflon. He's Canadian. I'm just jealous that you get like 15 grams for $100 in Michigan. I think that's what you said. I'm very, very jelly. We don't get that kind of deal here in Missouri. So let's see, incorrigible. Let's see, Real Q. Who's the next casualty after Foster? Look, I don't want everyone. I really don't want this. I don't want us to just go looking for this. And
I don't think they'll find another one like Ryan.
I think people are. Yeah, I think people are probably already erasing stuff or just closing their accounts down. I mean, that's probably the smartest thing. And again, there are some people we can forgive. This wasn't one tweet, by the way.
Yeah.
This is not one tweet.
Yeah.
This was like a Bible of tweets. All right. So like if it was just one tweet and it was kind of iffy between the joking and stuff, I'm not depending on who he offended, maybe I would be the one who would decide if that was a problem or not. But like this was too much. This was just too much. And again, if he was in the mailroom, it wouldn't have mattered. By the way, guys, you got a few minutes if you're going to try to get the rebound. I have 50 seconds to buy one, and then you'll get kicked out, and then you'll be able to buy the comic on the market at 15 after. So if you want to try to get the rebound, you're going to have no problem. You'll have no problem getting the rebound on
what
this.
the hell is a smuggle board? Smuggle gas board? The Incredible Goat Slayer. I saw Pavel's vid. It was a... What was that last word?
Oh, a smorgasbord. It was a smorgasbord of like ideas. Like, so he was just talking about just the problem with this, that they didn't react fast enough. And was it Kobe or I forgot who said that, like, no, it wasn't. Maybe it was pretty soon after that tweet is when they sent this one out. I don't believe there's any connection because it was pretty quickly after. And trust me, they took time to put that letter together. So good for them. All right. So guys, you now have to wait 1 minute and then you'll be able to buy it. And he's going to stock up to make me jelly 15 for 99. That is crazy cheap. I may just drive up there or I'll fly up there and fly it back. Let's not turn this unfortunate situation into a complete witch hunt. I completely agree, guys. And
I don't think you'll get anybody else sacked in that type.
I don't want
one tweet's gonna slip, two tweets will slip, but hundreds of tweets, that's gonna be a problem. No situation.
And here's the thing. Okay. If Ryan came out and like talked to the community, I know he did a space, right? And I'm not saying he would have come on my stream because he doesn't even know who I really am. There's no way. But he should have gone on somebody's stream and gone out there and listened to people. That would have been a different situation. All right. But he had to hear the things he didn't want to hear, the things that made him feel uncomfortable. Like I would have had him on here and I would have looked him in the eye and just see. I could tell if he was telling the truth or if he was just trying to pull the wool over my eyes. But that's what he needed to do. I'm not saying that would have saved him because I still think Disney found out about all that stuff. It would have been over, but that would have been better. And so we really do not need to go out there and start looking for this. I don't want to know. I don't want somebody to get hurt. You know, we are dealing with people's lives here. You know, I mean, look,
it's Christmas. It's time to be jolly and share and love.
Exactly. I did hear one funny thing though, and Shelby Cobra said this. Somebody said, "Well, he's a good family man," and she's like, "Guess what? There's a lot of good family men or women who are racist. It happens." So you got to keep that in mind. But hopefully he has changed. I really hope he has. Or if he hadn't changed up until this moment, I hope he changes now. And we'll see. Maybe there'll be a different future. But I think people who are defending him because of fudders, that's a problem. But I do think the fudders need to kind of, chill out. Because I don't think it's, look, you can say if something isn't right in a project, you can let people know, but to FUD means you're sitting, it's a full fucking time job, right? Like it's a full-time job sitting there giving people crap. And that is the stuff that I don't like. And Tucson saying Cavell equals evil, maybe, I don't know. Let's see what Doctor's saying. That's the thing. 75% of the people talking in an uproar didn't say anything until they read other tweets silent when it was just, well, I completely agree. And I as soon as I heard about this, I was basically almost done, and that's why I started selling stuff. And then I was going to come on today, and I was very happy to see a few people out there actually say something.
Like I said, I found out yesterday, and I put
you did something last night Kobe Collects did something yesterday. I tweeted on the
even
3rd.
Fanny put something on Twitter. Fanny,
yeah, there were some people. There should have been more people that said something, and I think Doctor's right. A lot of people that honestly, it wasn't just that; it was the other word that they said, referring to the same thing. Just horribleness. That's what got me.
It was just.
It wasn't. The Jewish one.
Sheer amount
was there was a lot. The Jewish one obviously offended me, but it was the N word. It was that offended me the most because a lot of my friends in here happen to be Americans, and they just happen to be black and better looking than me. But like, it doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't fucking matter.
It's like even women, French people, and English people.
It was ridiculous. I mean, literally, there was almost basis. I think Big A said, he was the only one they didn't offend. I mean, it's like he really did. He really did. But let's see. Dang, look who was calling Cavell evil. It's a joke, Yeah, right. You have audacity to go. Look, Tucson is a S disturber. He likes to start stuff. I think it's a full-time job for him. He's got some problems, but he does entertain us.
I don't entertain Cavell whatsoever. I've never watched a Cavell video. I don't plan to, because
he had to be in Omi.
Every title is like a fudding title, and I don't do channels like that because if you were to type Veve into YouTube, you're gonna get 100 videos of Cavell saying why Veve is going to 0, or why Veve is this bad, or why Veve is this bad, and then he says the complete opposite in the video. But unless you click the video, you don't know that. Which is another reason why I didn't put in that video yesterday. I didn't put Veve on the thumbnail. I didn't put Veve in the title. I've done that for a reason, because I didn't want people to look back on that video and it relate to Veve in any way, because it was a Veve video, but I didn't want people to look back and then see that video and then judge it by anything.
No, I get that. I did see something from Big A, and all I would say is Big A, and I understand what you're saying, but where is it? I lost it. Where is it? Right here. I just think anyone saying this, but I feel like I have no right to say it. And there's, there's people who can say it, but it's not me. And if it just shouldn't be said. But I do think content does matter, but I don't think it should be said anyway.
And it's like what I said. I said the same exact thing as Big A just said. I said the same exact thing, because the first couple of tweets I read them exactly like Big A was.
Right.
Kind of like 50 Cent would refer to himself or something like that, right?
Right.
And that was the way I read the first one. But then I started seeing worse ones, and then I started seeing worse ones, and it just got bad.
It just that like
whereas
because
the first ones I did see, I kind of thought of it like that, like he was referring to himself, like he was,
No, I understand what you're saying. I just think I don't think Doctor would be in here and agree with that. He'd be like, no, if somebody says that and they're white or whatever, they don't have the right to say that. And I would agree with him. By the way, let's see here. Denny OC, ahoy, good to see you. Sorry that we're kind of getting deep here, but it's good to see everyone. You can get in the market. It looks like G43 said 1,000 have been sold. Choo Choo, good to see you. Let's see. Was this all started because he said that Veve were a real NFT? I don't know, but he has no idea what happened. He just said a bunch of racist things. He basically called everyone was racist. He made racist comments about everyone. It was crazy. Atomic, good to see you. Can this comic not be listed for sale? I literally am trying to log in. I just direct connected, and my thing keeps kicking me out. Like, it won't log into the app. Is anyone else having that issue? Let's see. Clickbait videos are common practice. Yeah, Cavell does a good job of that.
Yeah, they are common practice. That's probably why my channel doesn't grow, because I never clickbait.
Yeah, actually, you're not allowed to do it.
I'm one of the people that I just don't like it.
You're not allowed to do it. If YouTube finds out,
same as the slap face thumbnails. There's a reason you never see a Bob Sales thumbnail going like this. next to his thing.
Going like,
I
oh,
hate
right.
them. I can't stand them. I mean, every thumbnail is the same. People just going like this or like this, and it's like, come on, people.
Right. Or mine where I just have my face of being surprised. It looks
Yeah,
like I'm giving.
I hate the surprise face thumbnails.
Right,
I don't
it's
know
like-
why. I hate them. Absolutely.
And Shelby Cobra's like, it looks like you're giving somebody a blowjob. What are you doing? Right. So
Yeah,
it's like,
that's definitely one of my pet peeves.
So
I've always not been a fan of that.
I think basically in the end they did again.
But
Veve
then
did the
again,
right
mine's one of the smallest channels, so maybe it's a wrong idea. Maybe we should follow everyone else's situations.
Yes, totally. And I agree, Denny. So he did make a good video, spoke from the heart. So you guys should check that out for sure. Again, it's a sad situation because we do have to realize that. And by the way, I am sniping the mark. I'm going to try to see if I can grab anything. I probably won't even be able to anyways. It's just a sad situation because it was a while ago. Again, I don't know if he's still a racist person or not. I know Fromy told me that he really believes that he was sorry, and I respect Fromy, so that means a lot to me.
I can imagine he's not the same person, especially with a wife and kid and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Again,
hope
it's just
and again, oh my god, this, by the way, that secret rare is at 130 gems. Wow.
I know, and I can't even sell it.
Wow. I almost want to go for it just for that, but I know I won't get it. I know I won't get it. I'm not going to do it.
Hit the button again.
You're going to do it?
Yeah, I've hit the button again.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm buying the market, so I may as well hit the button.
Might as well go for more. Who else is going to go? Who else is going to go for more?
I'm bound to get the common this time. Oh, I got the common.
Oh, you shouldn't have seen. You don't.
It was always going to happen. I got edition 386 though, so that's something.
Right. Oh, you did.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess you can't do anything with it, but that's good.
No, I can keep it and admire the 3-digit number.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I would like to get something big here and get my gem balance up. By the way, guys, thanks everyone for coming by. If you can, hit that like button. Always appreciate that. And everyone, I know this is kind of a crazy time with the subject, but looks like comments are down. So if you guys want to say something that you want us to talk about Ryan or what Veve did, if you agree or don't agree, go ahead and put it in. I'm going to look for it as I snipe. And go ahead, Bob. Sorry.
There's a funny thing yesterday, right? I was opening some Pokemon cards.
Right.
I was doing it on stream because I was going to cut them into a bunch of shorts. I don't know why, but yesterday I had a terrible day of not finding anything. Worst thing was this morning I woke up. I thought, you know what? I've got to open a packet of Pokemon cards. Like that average 35-year-old does.
Right, exactly.
but yeah, I woke up. I was like, I'm going to open it. Didn't record it. Pulled the Charizard out, didn't I? Straight away. Which is, they're only worth about 60 quid now, but that's one of the pretty much the best cards you can pull out the set, right?
Right.
So then I pull another card packet open. I pull another Charizard out. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, it would be the one time I wasn't streaming opening the packs, wouldn't it?
That's how it is, right? Like, but maybe you have to do that to get the good stuff. Holy cow, somebody buy that?
I spent probably £200 on Pokemon cards.
Oh my Lord. It's a good thing you got that job.
And then in the end, once I made, because I spent another £200 since. So I brought one set for 50 quid in. It was like the newer set. And bearing in mind, I've never opened Pokemon since the first time, right? So I opened this box. I was so excited as well. I was like a child. And I was so excited to open this box. I opened it and I didn't recognize any of the Pokemon. And it was kind of like, it was like, yeah, it's not really the same thing. And then I got the other one, which is 151, where it's basically the original ones. And I started opening it, it brought it all back because it's basically the same Pokemon with different poses and stuff. So I was really happy to see the original.
Do they have a lot of value now? Because I know Kobe really likes.
I think these ones will. But I think the highest card on there at the minute is probably about $150.
Oh, that's still
so
not
it's
bad.
Not major, but if you pull that out of £6 packet,
yeah, it's
you're laughing, right?
And if you get it graded, a lot
of the new Pokemon cards recently haven't been worth anything. Whereas this set, even the commons and stuff are starting to become a little bit. Even some of the hollows are becoming £1. All right, don't sound much, like $1 don't sound much, but considering the other sets, most of them are 12 cents. So it's
Yeah,
doing a lot
exactly.
better.
That's true, right?
It's
That
doing
is
a lot
true.
better than the other one. So I opened it. I got so far in, and I was like, I'm gonna have to just complete the set now. And I'm actually
But
gonna
now you got to
send.
keep, you spend more
Yeah,
and more and
and I'm
more and more
actually gonna
money.
send some off for grading. Some of the
I
good
would.
ones
I
I
mean, if
pulled.
you got something good. By the way, just real quick for Choo Choo, he's asking, do you think we'll get another Happy Tree Friends? I know we are. First of all, one of the artists a couple months ago said that we were.
Nice.
And you can tell because it says series 1, I believe, on it. So yes, I do think we're getting a Happy Tree Friends drop. I'm
I
looking
think
forward
everything
to it.
says series 1, mate.
Yeah, I know, but no, because somebody came out who did the original work,
Was it
or one of the artists.
was it the team on Superstar Money?
No. This was the actual from. I think they worked for Happy True Friend. I don't know, but
Oh,
whatever it
right.
was, they had said that they were that it was going to happen. I didn't have an exact date. Maybe it'll be this Christmas. We'll have to find out.
Brian Gaymart or whatever, wasn't it? Was that
No.
what they
It
were
was
called?
It was a lady,
They were
Hannah's
the one.
company.
No, they were the ones that made it though in the end.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
The ones
Let's
that
see.
are on Superstars, the episode that we lost.
Right, exactly. Okay, so we got let's see, Fromy saying this community has a lot of good people. This black eye shouldn't divide us. I agree. We were great and united during the bull market. I hope we can come together and be great again, even without all-time highs. I agree.
Worst thing is, I don't think there was anyone divided yesterday. Every vote I see was 90% versus 18 or something stupid, or 19 versus 10%, or
Right.
there wasn't any that was close. Every single one was 90% versus 10%, or I think most of us were unanimous yesterday.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, in the end, I think we knew what had to happen. And again, I'm so again, I wish Veve did it faster, but I still think they did it within a time frame that's fair. If it was my business, it would have been instant. Obviously, I would have done research to make sure it wasn't doctored. And in fact, I had thought after I had seen him and I said something, I'm like, oh crap, what if these were doctored?
It's like even here, they'd have to warn you of a meeting, then you'd have to have the meeting.
Right, exactly.
It's like the meeting before they sack you, they normally tell you we've got to have a meeting, and then that'll be 3 days from then, and then
and plus coming up with a statement, you had to come up with a statement.
Yeah,
they had to figure out what was the right thing to say to everyone. So, oh my lord, really?
No, let me just go get a drink. I'll be back in 2 seconds, man.
Yeah, no problem. Somebody just had 1962. I wasn't paying attention for 620. Darn it. That would have been worth it. I don't know how much we would have got for it. Yeah. Take your time. But anyways, everyone, thank you for coming by. And, hopefully I don't see this, pulling us apart. But again, just realize, people heal in different time frames. I feel much better now, but other people might still be offended. They may never forgive Veve. They may later on. So just keep that in mind. Let people heal in their own time frame. And don't be upset if they don't, because this could have been very upsetting and people might not be happy how long it took Veve. But me personally, I am happy with, how they took care of it. Yes, exactly, Bruin. I mean, let's see. You guys are just fighting. Look, he's just trying to get a reaction. Tucson is very good at getting reactions out of people. So I do not see anything good right now on the market. I missed the 1962, which of course was the one, and then 1963. There's 182 on the market for 30. That used to be a no-brainer to pick up. Not now. Let's see. We got Digital Verse. We will forget Ryan and move on in a week. Yeah, hopefully we'll forget about him, move on in 2 days. It's important for us to move on. We can't sit here and dwell. And I'm certainly not going to support any fudders that are going to just, be jerks out there. But I would say if you work for a company, you might want to erase all your tweets. Not because you said something racist, but you don't know what you said. You can literally, there's a company you can go in and it will literally just erase everything. It's probably a smart move. If you've been tweeting for 10 years or whatever, you probably said something you don't want to be out there. So yeah, we'll have to see. Man, this market is totally lagging. There we go. $1.79 on the floor here. Not doing too well, guys. I'm not getting anything to flip. Man, people are taking some risks here on the flip. All right, let me see what we got here. Bruin. God, we should have like a ring and do a stream from there, so we can just have everyone in the stream fight each other. I'm trying to think here. So if you want prices, let me just give you a price. We're 2 gems on the common, 2 on the uncommon, 688 on the rare, 18 on the ultra rare, which is weird because that secret rare was so high, 125. So that secret rare may come down a good amount. But let's see how many we've sold, how many have been sold. They're almost 2,000, about 1,800. About 1,800 have sold. So I'm not sure this will sell out. It might. If that secret rare stays up, I could see people thinking that might be worth it. Don't forget, this came out in 2023. I know it says 2022. So if you're looking for the good mints to snipe in the market, do I want that? I'm not going to go for it. It was $9.23 for $3. Probably not worth it. I even like a month ago, I would have said that would have been worth it. So first rule of Veve Fight Club. Exactly, Daniel C. We need a Veve Fight Club. Let's see. This guy has 2008 for 500. Sometimes these prices are hysterical. By the way, I grabbed on the copter the other day. I was able to grab 1, 2, 3, 4 for a fairly good deal, and I can't even sell it. So again, be very careful buying stuff on here. There's no guarantees you're going to have somebody to get it. G43 ultra rare and secret rare price is too high for that. Way too high. It looks good. And people sometimes FOMO into this stuff, but yeah, way too high. Way too high. By the way, today is the last day for HRO to craft a final piece of the Batman, and Kobe is going to be coming on. I think Mo is still coming on, so you can tune into that. I think we're doing earlier. It might be at 1 o'clock. We've been doing 1:30 Central Time. So if you guys do that, yeah, come on by. And somebody bought that 928 and put it up for $5. Yeah, I probably could have done that. I just don't know if I want to mess with $1 flips, $2 flips. And here you go. Tucson's been punched. I actually believe it. I believe you probably said lots of things to people that may want to do that. So there you go. What I am learning from Aikido is that it's great to put peeps into position. Are you you're a fan of what's his name? The douchebag. What's his name? You guys know the man, I don't know. He wears glasses. He thinks he's the biggest,
Steven Seagal.
No, not Steven. No. He's young. No, that young guy who he pisses off everyone. He's like a womanizer. Oh my God, I can't think of his name. But he does Aikido too. He thinks he's such a badass. And he's
Andrew Tate.
Yes, Andrew Tate. That fucker is as much of a dork as all of us, and he sits there like he's the coolest thing because he made some money.
Yeah, he's a bit of a weird one.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's not one for me.
Andrew Tate. I'm not like I think Mo likes Andrew Tate. I don't like people like that who think they're the shit and think they figured out stuff and think they're cool. Like he wasn't cool as a kid. He's not cool now. I'm not cool. I'm not going to go out there and
he's not
try to be cool.
It's not on one of my channels.
I mean it's crazy. Oh man, I didn't even get that. Darn it! Not enough to hit the table. 866 for 2 gems. Not bad. Not a bad flip if somebody got that. Andrew Tate. Yeah. It should be Andrew Taint. Like, Aikido is badass, but you need boxing too. You really do.
Steven Seagal's legit Aikido.
He is. He's legit.
He used to be really legit.
And he's a police officer too. He's a police officer.
He was really good at Aikido. First person to have a gym in Japan, I believe, or Tokyo, or wherever it is. I think it's Japan, actually. But yeah.
I mean, I like...
First American to be able to teach it.
To teach it. Like Krav Maga, like to me,
that's lethal.
To me, that is one of the best because it incorporates all different martial arts,
Yeah.
and it's meant for hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's taught the IDF, the Israel Defense Force, teaches it. It can be taught in a quick period of time. And Wonder Woman, what's her name? Gal Gadot. She taught that. She taught that. Gal Gadot. That was what she did. Did I get that? Darn it! $1.50. Somebody's seen it at the floor for $5.96. I can't get anything on here. But anyways, it's really good. Shelby Cobra's cousin teaches it, and he was an MMA fighter. So, yeah,
any of that stuff's good for you.
Well, what's good about it is he teaches police officers how to, disarm people. So you can literally, I know the move they've done. I've done it before, how you take the gun away. But it's badass. I mean, those guys learn how to deal with knives, and they don't use fake knives when they're training. So, but yeah. All right, let's see what we got in here. All right, guys, thank you for dropping by. Hit that like button if you guys don't mind. I guess we've moved on from Ryan. We should look at what's coming up this week. We've got $179 for 20. It's just crazy the prices on here. All right, let's go take a look at what we got coming. Sometimes during the show they'll actually put something up here. No, we didn't do it there. So the comic, obviously we've got Tarzan, which is everyone's favorite. I know. More Tarzan. Why exactly?
Why?
I know. If they made it like $2.99, I'd buy it. So $3,500, $6.99. I don't care how good the covers look. I don't care. Obviously, I think we started at $210. So I think $210 was again when it switched over to the new. Was this DC? Does DC own this version? I don't know, but I think that's when they switched.
Rice, the family do.
Right, but wasn't this published? Was it originally published by DC?
DC, yeah.
Okay, and then
the reason why it don't have a DC stamp on it is because it's all the revenue goes to pretty much the family now. Well,
right, which $5 the estate.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for.
I mean, I'm a little frustrated that it's 10. I don't think that this should necessarily be 10 gems. For this one, 7,500 editions. Okay, I could buy that. Kind of like that secret rare. Rare. But I mean, do you think for Uncanny X-Men number 14, this is worth? 10?
So I'm a bit biased with X-Men because I tend to go for all the X-Men comics.
Okay.
Because I've always brought X-Men comics. I've always liked the X-Men cartoons. And I always thought they're the most underrated films, superhero films as well, because that was before any of them started coming out,
Yeah.
So I'm a bit of a fanboy of the X-Men. Kind of like
maybe I'll flip. Maybe I'll flip. I've not seen the trailer of The Biggest Bro, but I'm excited.
Do you want to hear the funniest thing about that?
Yeah.
I went to the interview today. And this woman, she must have been, I'd say 30, 35, really absolutely stunning, dressed head to toe, like proper, head to toe office work.
Oh, for
and
sure.
then the first thing she said to me within about 10 minutes of this interview was, "Have you seen the GTA trailer yet?"
Oh, you're kidding me.
And I was just like, what? I was just so shocked. I was just like, what? She's just like, have you seen she's like, do you play game consoles? What game console? And this was before the other two people come into the interview. And we had a whole conversation about all of this. And I was just like, I was so amazed. I was just like, I would never expect someone like that to be sat there playing GTA.
I mean, when I was a kid, girls did not play video games. So
no, they never used to when I was a kid.
I mean, now
you find them.
Like 98, I started seeing some girls play like Donkey Kong Country and stuff like that. But like now it's like it's
players.
Yeah, everyone plays. So I'm excited if Michael Camp is right, where you're going to be able to sell your money in game. That would be really cool. G43, how many Tarzan comics left? Probably like 90%. Because nobody cares. New Tactics, thank you for dropping by. Good evening. Let's see. But yeah, I haven't played games in a while. I got to be careful because Shelby Cobra's not going to be happy if I start playing video games again. A lot of stories were done in pocket novels first. In the 70s, they were pretty popular in that format. I don't know what she's responding to, but let's see. She's talking about Tarzan. Yeah, I got you. It's equal opportunity.
It was even Stan Lee's favorite comic book.
Are you serious? Oh, I didn't know that.
It was Stan Lee's favorite comic book.
Wow. Oh, you got the alpha
big
on
inspirations. That. Yeah, I've made so many videos at this point. I've started to remember them. Whereas before, I used to make them and then forget them 10 minutes after.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I've done so many Stan Lee ones; it's drummed in.
See, I didn't. I did a Stan Lee, and I didn't come across that, so that's actually really cool. By the way, Shelby Cobra, I did not know. She's saying, "What are you talking about? Pitfall and Excite by?" Like, are you talking about the original Pitfall, like the crappy Atari one, or like the remake? Because obviously, I don't know my wife, so I did not know that she liked any of those games. But yeah, I definitely actually Pitfall was a great game. Excite Bike, I wasn't a big Excite Bike.
I actually made a stream the other day, right? And I never put it on the channel in the end. And it was me playing GoldenEye on the N64.
Oh yeah, I think you said you're going to.
And then I made one with Mario Tennis. I played Bomberman. I played
Bomberman. Ooh,
I played Mario's Super Mario 3 on the other Nintendo. And I just played a whole bunch of games, and I was talking to myself while I was playing the games. First time I played James Bond for about, 10 years, I would say. It's been a while, so it was really hard. But then I was in the toilet level. I think it's the second level. You know where you start in the top of the pipes, and then you duck down, go under the bit, and that bloke's down the bottom. Same as the GoldenEye movie, where he pops his head down and punches him in the head. But obviously, in that, you shoot him. And I remembered it like it was the back of my hand, and it was so funny. And I was talking to myself as I was playing it, knowing I was streaming it. But for some reason, I just never put the footage up. And I was going to do it. I just never got around to doing it. So I will try and see if I've still got that somewhere, because it's pretty funny.
Did you get a lot of...
Just the nostalgia of seeing James Bond come up on the screen and the GoldenEye start thing and the characters come up was just crazy.
See, you don't even know
I didn't even stream it. I recorded.
Oh, you should have streamed it.
I recorded it to stream it and then forgot to release the footage.
Well, you can still do. You'll probably get a lot of views. Like you didn't suffer like Foamy and I did playing combat.
No,
like just squares and circles and
so
just
weird. We had an Atari, but we used to have the tennis game.
Yes,
and
for
stuff
sure.
like that. We've had all that, but I think my computers started at Sega. So the first Sega. That would have been, and they had built-in Sonic and Alex the Kid at the time. You could either have Alex the Kid or Sonic built into it. So
Alex
started
the
there,
Kid,
then got Mega Drive, then got Super Nintendos, then got N64s, and got all the PlayStations. I've had Xbox.
I had all the systems that were like more obscure, like the TurboGrafx and stuff. I mean, they were good, but they were more obscure. Paperboy was definitely... Denny OC said the Paperboy. Yeah, Paperboy actually was they really pulled that off pretty well for bad graphics then. It was a fun game. So I do remember that one. That was always fun. Combat was great. No suffering. It really was, actually. Some of those games, you don't need good graphics to make them a good game, right? So, yeah. Man, there is nothing coming on the market, guys. Let me give you some prices here. 2 gems, and Big A is at the floor, guys, so go buy his comic. Let's see, we've got $2 on the common, $1.95 on the uncommon. This is loading up. Let me try again for the rare. Rare, we got $6.75. Ultra rares at $14.99, and the secret rare is at $80. Much better price. So people kind of FOMO'd a little bit and thought it was worth more than it was. So yeah, just keep that in mind, guys. Never be very careful at the beginning. If there's not a reason for it to be worth that much, be careful. I think I'm done. Let's see how many are left. Well, at least sniping.
Yeah, I may come back on later and do a Pokemon stream.
You should. Yeah. Okay.
The whole time I've been sat here, I've been opening cards.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I mean, I gotta do. Are you doing HRO later today? I'm doing a stream with Kobe. We're gonna do the HRO.
Oh, you're doing one with Kobe. Funny enough, I'm part of Kobe's. So I'm always watching Kobe, and Kobe was the reason I started the Pokemon thing again. because he literally sent me a card for my birthday in one of Discord, and then it got to that point where I couldn't no longer avoid the subject. So it was after that point I thought, oh, you know what, I'm going to buy some. So I did actually ask his group chat and everything, what card should I go for? Got a little bit of backstory. And then the last couple of days I've been having the conversations with Kobe while he's been streaming, actually. And I did say to him, I'm going to come on your stream and open some cards. So I got a stack load. So I'm going to actually try and jump on with him at one point and open some up.
Yeah, so we've been doing the crafting events every Tuesday, and today we're supposed to do it early. I haven't heard back from him. I did get, that's awesome. Watmamis sent me the deals that he gets up in Michigan. Holy cow! I just can't even no. I'd like it's a gram is like $80-$90 here on sale in Missouri. That's crazy.
We didn't get nothing out of that pack.
Nothing. See, I will say that getting the packs are fun. Like, I'd like to get some of the HRO stuff. I should have bought them when they were like half off and gone down that route. I got to figure out how I'm going to get 28,000 points today. I got to go and sell. One of the cards I got from the pack you sold me during the birthday had the 65 A65 mint. So I don't know what to get.
I have that problem with HRO where I've never got enough points.
Oh, yeah,
to do the craft.
Now,
because I don't trade with anyone or anything like that, and because I don't open packs daily like some of the others do.
Right.
I mean, Wazaverse, his points must be crazy.
Yeah, but he's got just like Kobe, he's got his own whole store and all. Yeah, this for sure. I remember
Kobe's a bit more mixed.
Did you ever do this Oregon Trail
and everything? Can he?
Because we used to do it on. Well, it was the Macintosh, right? It was on Apple. It was the green screen. Now, they redid this, but it was on the green screen, and you'd be driving, and your freaking wheel would break, whatever. You'd go in the water, it'd hit a rock, and then you were, stuck there, and then some Native Americans, maybe they kill you, or you get typhoid, or whatever. That was a fun game. Let's see, last game I had fun with were Donkey Kong and Punch-Out. Punch-Out's fun, and Donkey Kong... my dad had a friend who had the original, the full stand-up game, and I would play that. That was a lot of fun. ColecoVision, that was always good. 70 gram. What? Yeah, no, they do. Yeah, for me, no, for me, it's this is for the liquid, right? It's 80, 90, 100, and Watmamis in Michigan can get 15 for 100. Yes, so yes, for that. I won't say it. Load Runner, all these.
I was wondering what you were talking about the whole time. I was thinking along the line, but I weren't 100% sure.
I know. I need to be careful what I talk about on here, but I don't care. Let's see. I always stock up in Michigan, even here in Illinois. It's pretty expensive.
It's all right for Mo. He can sit there puffing in the back with his filter on.
Yeah, right. He just does it the whole time. In Illinois, the problem is because it was in Illinois before it was in Missouri, so you cross over the border. But in Illinois, they do the craziest thing. Their taxes are based on the amount of THC, and I think it's if it's at 25, it's this tax. If it's over 32%, it is ridiculous, cool, and it is 25, 30%. Now, if you have medicinal reasons for it. I think you don't have to pay tax. You pay less taxes, but Illinois is freaking crazy.
That's funny.
I mean, we're lucky
as someone from the UK, where it's still illegal. That is quite funny.
It's crazy. The fact that Missouri and now Ohio, two of the most conservative states in the country, that we have it. People are just saying it doesn't matter what political party you are in. We're just this is stupid. Not only should it be legal, but why not collect the tax money? We need the money.
Yeah.
We need the money. Why not do it?
Yeah,
so that's crazy.
Could certainly do with it.
$20 a G for 98% concentrate. What? I'm in the wrong. I'm moving. I'm so spoiled in California. I'm moving. I'm getting out of here. I'm done. This is ridiculous. I should just.
You're also spoiled, to be honest.
I mean, luckily, I don't smoke that much, but. I can get one of those grams and it can last me a long time. I'm sure for Mo, a gram's 1 day or 2 days or something. Like me, probably it's months. An hour. It is months. It's months. Now, back in college, that might have been hours.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But yeah. Let's see. Anyone who ever made a dime busting pasta movers is on my list. Well, there's a guy in Missouri who, and Shelby Cobra doesn't believe me. She thinks I smoke a lot. and I don't. But guys,
Brass him up.
if let me ask you guys out there, if a 1 gram thing lasts me 2.5 to 3 months, does that mean I smoke a lot? Chime in so Shelby Cobra knows if that's a lot or not. But yeah, so there was a guy in Missouri who had like caught with seeds. This was like in the 60s or 70s, and he got life in jail. I don't know if he's still there or out. Yeah, that's just sad. That's just wrong. There's no reason for that. You know, again, you know, when my uncle said, when he was
Even
like
Paul
legalizing,
McCartney got done for it one day, and he's just like, well,
yeah,
what are you talking about? He's like, I'm not hurting no one. I've not done nothing wrong. Leave me alone.
right. I mean, it's so stupid, but you know what?
Only time I've ever thought I actually respect that guy a little bit.
Right. I'm surprised you even know him. I like a lot of people under 35 don't even know who.
Oh yeah, I my music ranges from all sorts.
Of course, you being over there, I
can go to Ray Charles, to Eminem, to Jar Jar Zolls, to I can just literally go on to Counting Crows, to just a randomist. Even opera music's in there somewhere. I've got German rock. I've even got Rammstein in there. Which
Rammstein. I remember that. Oh, I remember. Du Hast. Wasn't that Du Hast? Was the big song?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I remember that. So just real quick, the biggest bro saying, "You're an angel, LO." When I was smoking, I was going through 1 a week. See, Shelby Cooper, but she's saying her opinion only matters. Mo's smoking knows, right? That's hey, Ronnie Lido, good to see you. A quarter per day. Yeah, but you're smoking the bud. We're talking about the more the vape, the vape. But yeah, that's this. I've done in a day. I've done an ounce back in the old days. Point to Shelby's solid point. It's true. It doesn't matter. About 1 ounce per week. Oh God, man, that would last me. Yeah, that would last me forever. Really, Rob T. Good to see you. 1 gram lasts 2 balloon seasons on a volcano hybrid, a few hours apart. That's funny. An ounce a week is about right. Man, I don't like. I really don't. I obviously don't smoke that much. I normally, it's either I've got a migraine or at night, and I've probably done it more lately because I've been, I guess, more anxious a little bit. And so I'll take a puff at night, and she'll go, "Oh, that was a big puff." Like she doesn't understand it at all.
I don't have a farm outside though. That's the only thing. Everyone else in the chat seems to have farms.
Right. They can just grow it. Well, no, I know Ronnie Lido. I've seen what's going on there. He's got something pretty good. I hit about a G in 2 bowls. Exactly, right? So there you go. It's crazy. Plus edibles. Yes, like I'm not a huge fan of the edibles. I've done
money here.
I've done it. It's just totally different.
Yeah,
and when you're
it's money here.
When you're sick though, like definitely the vapor, that stuff just takes too long to kick in. Takes too long
you wouldn't get any decent ones here. They're all fake. You wouldn't. Yeah.
Well, they have the here. They had the Delta 8. The Delta 8 and Delta 9, and we were getting that before they legalized, because that's like the hemp stuff, and we found some stuff that we really like that's actually good. So,
okay, here you go. We don't really find decent ones in England anyway.
Yeah, well, if it's not legal, I understand why. So, see, that wasn't a big puff. Puts fog in the kitchen, babe. If I took one little thing off of it, it's going to be fog in the kitchen. Oh my God, Mo, make a weed channel, please. That would be.
That's where he is. He's on his other channel right now.
If PFL wasn't doing so well, I mean, we really were going to have a kick channel where we did the mystery Hyants theater, where that's what we were going to do, and then talk about these scenes. But you know what? It's not even worth it for him. So it's not even worth it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. Mo, make the weed channel. We'll see about that. Give me a pre-roll and BC Quest for tires on Commodore 64. That's funny.
Sorry if we've alienated the non-smokers in the audience.
I know. Well, good for them. I mean, good for them to, be good. But like, yeah, I do enjoy it. And when I'm sick, I really enjoy it. So, yeah. Commodore, yeah, Doctor's still here. I'm glad he's still there. Doctor is perfect. He does not do anything. I promise you, he does not smoke. He doesn't do any. I'm just kidding.
He definitely drinks. Definitely drinks because I've seen pictures of him drinking.
That's funny. Let's see. Let's see here. Is somebody going to buy my Mighty Marvel 1, 2, 3, 4? Anyone want to buy it? Let's see. Thank you for the answer, but it's too late.
I did buy a couple of things on Veve recently. I brought a cheap T-Rex.
Right.
Sorry, let me just cough my lungs up.
I mean, there are some good deals.
I brought some cheap T-Rex. What else did I buy? I bought a bunch of stuff recently. And then it showed me his master for all about a day.
Yeah,
and then the next day it was gone again. I was like, no way. And funny enough, I was celebrating and someone said to me, yeah, it's amazing how you can do that after buying a bunch of stuff. And I just kind of dismissed it. Dismissed it as, what's he talking about? And then a couple of days later, I realised, hang about, that's why, because I bought a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I sold about $400 worth of stuff. Hella Sweet got that 1962 put up for 96. Good luck
getting I brought all my pencils back.
Oh, you did? See, I was thinking, do I sell it? But I just don't know what the desk is going to be.
I went for the Jurassic Park drop yesterday twice.
Oh, you're kidding me.
So the Jurassic Park drop's a funny one at the minute because the fence, the common pretty much, is sat at 30 gems or 32 gems. Drop price is 35.
That's right. It will never. It's going to come up to it, but it won't get that high.
And then the next one was, I think, the uncommon was 20, 25, something like that. And then the ultra rare was just under drop, and then the secret rare was over drop. So I was looking at it and I was sitting there thinking, it's probably a 5 gem risk right now. So I was like, I'm just going to hit the button, and now I got the ultra rare.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. I mean,
but it was one of the ones that's under retail.
Right. That's how it is. That's a risky one.
Funny enough, I went for it again and got the ultra rare again as well, like straight after. So I got 2 ultra rares straight after. Couldn't believe it.
I'll be interested to see when I go for the next drop how much I'm going to get screwed by Veve if they have a bottom like Booth.
I was happy with that one, I must admit.
Well, at least
I like the drop. That's why I went for it. But when I see the prices, I thought, well, rather than buying the door, I'm just gonna go for the drop, and I'm probably most likely to get the door, right?
Right, and you might get a good mint.
I ended up getting the ultra rares instead, which 5 gem loss, but at the same time, they wasn't bought to sell these ones; they were bought to keep.
Right.
So I already own 4 of them Velociraptors, the baby Velociraptor. I'm trying to buy quite a few Jurassic Park stuff because I haven't got enough. I've only got one.
Wait, so are you allowed to buy? You can buy in the market, but you can't sell. Is that
no, I can't now. I can't now, but I could at the time. I can go for drops. So yesterday I went for 2 drops.
Gotcha. Yeah, because you're well. Hopefully they'll change.
But I didn't actually do that because I couldn't buy from the market. I didn't realize at the time. I just went for the drop because I see the prices.
Right.
And then I tried to buy something last night. I think it was a Chucky secret rare. Even though I've already got 3 of them, it was so cheap. Lord. It was so cheap. I was just like, I can't resist that. And I tried to buy it and it didn't work.
There's always some good deals. Just real quick, by the way. So Dijon Rich is asking about what happened to McFarlane. So I guess there was I don't know the whole thing, but there was an exploit in I guess, I don't know if it was the blockchain. I'm really guessing here, but basically they had to remint them. And I know some people are like, I thought they did, and then you got to do other stuff to protect your wallet. I think that's what it is. I'm not a McFarlane fan right now, so I don't know the whole thing, but I saw a lot of people talking about it. So that's what happened.
Yeah, apparently they've been hacked, and then a bunch of other sites similar, but it didn't say which ones.
Right.
And apparently they're now reminting the NFTs and sending them off.
Right, the reminting. See, Doctor is smoking right now. That's funny.
It was only the other day. It was DC reminting NFTs, but there was for the candy reason.
Right, exactly. Oh, wow, the floppies. Yeah, the floppy disk. Wow, that's crazy. So glad it's legal in New York. Yeah, because you guys just got it. We just got it here.
I miss being a criminal.
Right. In Toronto, there's more cannabis shops than Starbucks. The weird thing, when we did our cruise, like on a cruise ship, we were coming from Seattle to Alaska and Canada, even though it's legal in all those states and country, you can't have it on the ship. And it's because
Maritime law.
you're
It's a
exactly
different
and
law in the
you're
ocean.
under not only the ship can tell you no, but like when you're in the waters in the US, you're under federal law and it's still legal federally.
Yeah.
It's the stupidest thing. It really is the
Yeah,
stupidest
they have
thing.
their
Let's
own
see.
laws out there most of the time. On
Let's
boats
see.
and
Saw the
ships and
dash
stuff.
was at 250, bought 3
see you
incredible
later
blind
on.
boxes. It's got 2. And so there you go. That's how you do
Cheers,
it.
mate.
My town has 18 Tim Hortons. Oh, yeah. And 18 pot shop. Tim Hortons are good. Who bought Tim Hortons? Wasn't that bought by like Burger King or something? Or did they buy Burger King?
I have no idea.
idea.
Our Burger
Tim
King's
Hortons
always
is
burned
big.
down. We have a Burger King here, right? It's been built 3 times, and I don't know why it keeps burning down.
The owner is wants to get the insurance.
They will literally build it, and then within a month it will burn down. 3 years later, they will build it again, and it burns down a week later. It's happened 3 times so far.
That's crazy.
Same Burger King every time.
Yeah, no, that seems a little fishy. Do you guys have Chick-fil-A there?
I think we do. I think we may have, but not like
not
be on every corner.
See, that's my favorite place to go, and the problem is that they're always closed on Sundays, for religious reasons. That's fine, except they only want it on Sundays. Like literally, if I'm driving on a trip, I'm like, man, I could really get some Chick-fil-A, and they're closed. I'm like,
Chinese is always closed on a Monday.
Oh, that's
for
right.
Some reason. I don't know why.
It didn't used to be that way, but I think we tried. If Shelby Cobra's still watching, we tried to get Chinese food. I think on a Monday, and they were closed.
Yeah, all Chinese in England pretty much closed on a Monday.
Because
I have no idea why it's always been like that.
I mean, you can get food like a lot of Jews during Christmas, even though we celebrated Christmas. If you wanted to order food out, Jews will a lot of time go to Chinese restaurants on Christmas because that's the place that's open. I love Chinese food though, man. Delicious.
Yeah, I do.
But I only get like the steamed. So I get like steamed chicken, water chestnuts, onions, and then like the brown sauce. Oh, delicious. I know nobody cares about that though. Let's see. So this is what thanks Big A. So Big A saying they discovered a vulnerability. This is about the McFarlane, the vulnerability in the one pre-made smart that's right, the smart contract from the Third Web. It hasn't been exploited, but they are locking or reissuing contracts before someone finds and exploits it. So good for them for being on top of it. Yeah, definitely. Let's see that house exploding in Virginia has a racist subplot. And Tucson, you have a lot of shit going on in your mind, man. You got a lot of stuff up in there. I mean, Chinese is the old state. I mean, I love like Chinese food, and a lot of people don't realize that. Because, I have good friends in China. One of my business partners, he lives in China, his wife. Like, if you go to a Chinese restaurant here, that's not real Chinese food. And they will have a secret menu for people from China and really make you some real Chinese food. Because the shit that we get is that's like Americanized Chinese food. Yeah. Most of them will have a special menu for Chinese people who come in who want the real good Chinese food. And we just get this crap that they make for we Americans. So yeah, but definitely
definitely having Chinese tonight.
Yeah, I know. Shelby Cobra, can we have Chinese now that we're talking about it? I just hate spending money on food.
That's the thing here. Chinese is really expensive now, and because I'm a bit of a fat git when it comes to Chinese, I have to have like lemon chicken, I have to have seaweed, I have to have ribs, I have to have duck, and then before you know it,
you have a big
before you know it, it's like 30 something pounds just for one person.
Right.
That's a lot of money just to eat.
It is like the one I get. Yeah, it's like I don't know if they do like their special deal where like you get like 3 crab rangoon and a soup, and it's like it's just too many calories. So I like just the steamed chicken. I'll put like a half cup of rice in it, and it's like no calories. But most of the food is just fried, just junk. I don't really like it, but
yeah, I eat anything Chinese. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I like fried junk though. Same as chips on Christmas.
I mean, trust me, I like fried junk. If we go camping, like we haven't done it. I haven't done it with Shelby Cooper. When I used to go camping, we would just fry everything, especially the Oreos and stuff like that. You just get like the pancake mix, waffle mix. You just mix it thicker and just coat it and throw it in the fryer. Oh, delicious.
Never experienced that one.
Oh, it's good. Good. Like I've heard people do like fried butter.
Oh no, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I've never had it. That sounds disgusting to me. But we do.
The
weird
worst
things
we've got here is a Snicker in batter. Like the Mars bar. You can get Mars bar, but you can get it in batter, like fish batter, and you can get it at a chip shop, like some chip shops. I don't know who would eat that, mind you, but that's one.
Yeah,
of
I
the
mean,
weird
people will
things you
eat
can
it.
get.
By the way, Denny OC, thanks for dropping by. Good to see you, man.
It's always good to see you, my friend.
Yep. Let's see. Dr. Strange, I've walked in a few places while the workers were eating. Wasn't anything from the menu right because they know how to cook the good stuff. Oh, man, I really want duck. Screw you, Bob, and screw you, Tucson. Because that is so, it's so fatty, but it's so good. It is so good. I don't know. I want my, yeah, I'm just like Shelby Cobra says, I'm a budget boy. You know, I just don't like spending money when I can cook my own food.
Well, I've been kind of like that because I started cooking seaweed.
Oh, really?
Because I started ordering 2 lots of seaweed, and that's like £7 each now for seaweed.
Are you serious?
And it's like, yeah, and then before you know it, your bill's like £35 for
that's crazy.
one person. And it's like, what's going on? So yeah, I learned to cook it. So
yeah, no,
and it's actually cabbage.
Oh no, I do not like cabbage.
Cabbage and kale very much.
Kale. I used to eat kale. I don't eat it anymore. I eat the F out of deep fried Mars bars. There you go. Whole 4 pineapple on pizza. We've done that before, but go ahead. I'll do it. I am no way on pineapple on pizza, but let's go.
I eat pineapple pizza. Oh, I don't really like pizza though because I don't like sauce.
Let's see.
Now
here.
and again, I will eat pizza. Now and again.
Yes or no for pineapple on pizza? I wish I could vote because I would be a no. Okay, here we go. Good question.
I mean, yes. So we've already equaled each other out.
People came here for Veve, and now like they're just like they'll probably hop in. I'm like, what are these guys talking about? They don't even have the right comic up. This is crazy. So okay, here we go. We got the poll.
Worst thing will cost a lot of people money today because they're all ordering Chinese later.
Oh no! Yeah, I know, right? Well, I do know somebody in the chat who can make us some good Chinese food, but I'm not going to say who it is. That's all I'll say because I know everyone in here. Right, Shelby Cobra? But yes, pineapple on pizza. Ooh,
so that's 2 against 1 because me and Shelby have gone together.
I missed 1039. Darn it. It was $2, although that's a hard one to get rid of. 1039 is October. That's Timely Comics. All right, did I get what did I get here? I'm getting they're BS text messages. I get all this crap. Guitar Center.
Where is Mo?
So Mo
he said he weren't really doing much.
He's sleeping in. He's not really into Veve, and he about 60-40 on the pizza. We only have 5 votes, but he says, "Oh, if I come on, I'm gonna FUD. I don't like Veve. I'm not really a big fan of it, you know." And he's like, "Oh, when I come in, people hop off." I'm like, "No, dude, you come on and like it's more fun for me." And I think people like that. They'd rather have you than me. And I'm like, "Come on, and we'll do our little shtick because we have our little thing that we do."
Yeah.
And that's what people like. And he's like, "Well, the reality is that PFL is taking so much of his time. It's crazy." And he is doing like, I wish he could come on and tell you how well he's doing, but I don't think he's going to say. But all I can say is I effed up. I effed up, and I should have put way more money into it. He tried for a while to get me more involved. And there's always ups and downs. You never know what is going to happen, but PFL is the real deal.
It's like Veve Vault. He was in it from the start with Mo.
He's getting back in. He's getting back in. No, he's getting back in. Yeah, if he was in it, he'd be pretty darn close, if not the same place that yeah. Oh, Remcar got that. But yeah, for sure. Let's see here. See y'all need all the extra stuff because the base piece is bad. In New York, you just need exactly right. Exactly. In New York, honestly,
They're supposed to have the best pizza in there.
just the cheese pizza, it's so good. Like, it doesn't matter if you have the toppings, right? That's kind of like if you've ever had a real cup of coffee, like a real good cup of coffee, not Starbucks. Like you go to like a mom and pop where they brew it. The beans are fresh. They're not burnt like at Starbucks. You can drink it without any sugar or cream, and it's delicious. It's not bitter. It has a lot of flavor. So absolutely. Are you opening another pack?
Yeah.
We should have had. You're going to have to get like a boom so you can show people what you're opening.
I know I did have it set up the other day, but I've kind of dismantled it at the minute.
Oh, okay. I need to actually get one of those for one of the things I did. Not seeing any good mints.
First time I tried to use 2 webcams at the same time. And I don't know how Kobe makes it look so easy, because opening cards is the most awkwardest stream I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, I mean, he is an expert
It's
at it.
so
right?
awkward. I've never done something so awkward in my life. I started to get the hang of it towards the end, but the first half an hour was pretty painful. And then I had a blue glove on and a white glove on because I bite my nails. I didn't want to show anyone's my hands, right?
Oh, my hands are so bad because I have eczema on one of my hands, and my nails are just bad.
Yes.
And so I don't like that either, and so I don't know what to do.
I didn't really want to show anyone my hand on the stream, so I was trying to like kind of cover them up. So I had these 2 white gloves on, what I brought specially, and then when I tried to pull a card up, it wouldn't grip it.
Oh, so see, they have special gloves for that, so you could just get the special gloves.
So I had to go downstairs and get one of the kitchen sink ones, well, a new one of them, and use that instead. So
like the rubber ones?
Yeah, so I had one blue glove on, one. So I had one white on, one blue one, and everyone must have thought what the hell. So I was trying to open all these packs, and it was such a struggle because I had these stupid gloves on. But it was worth it. We made some pulls that day, but it's
you get some good pulls.
Even when I was looking, I wasn't really sure what I was looking for.
Exactly. By the way, Bitcoin 43,000 from where it was 15, 16 to 43. That's great. I mean, that's going to be good. Made it 43. Wow. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are going to make some good money on that. There is some opportunities. I mean, still $16,000 was a lot, but to more than double.
Nothing good in that one neither.
I have some dabble in Bitcoin, but like it's not like I've got, these people who have 100 Bitcoin or 10 or 5, whatever. It's and Big A and I have talked about it. It's just I'm not good with the crypto. I'll lose my code. I'm not responsible enough to be able to do that. So if you rock the gloves, you got to use the good old cringy scissors. There you go.
I'm using a knife.
Eric, thank you for coming by. Did you sell your secret rare of the Stan Lee BE? I did. So they got a great deal because I sold it for $163.99. Let's see here. I got $159.90, and I think it's over 200 now. Let's see where it's at. Of course, it's going to go up now, right after I sold it. So it's at 200, and then it goes to 220. But it's all right. Whenever I'm hedging, and also a lot to do with where I didn't think Veve was going to apologize, and so I committed to selling some stuff. And then I'm like, you know what? I need to hedge my bets anyways. So I wanted to sell off a few things. So yeah, that's the problem. You have to. I want one for 165. I had Tucson. You could have had it. I had it for 163.99. If I knew, I would have actually told you. Yeah. So if you want to sell something in this market, you've got to be pretty much, $35, $40 under the floor for something like that. So it's not an easy market. Okay, guys, if you want to know what I'm selling right here, you can make me offers because you know what? Why not use my opportunity here? I've got the 1, 2, 3, 4 Thanos copter. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Does anyone want to make an offer out there for it? Because I'll put it up there if you want to buy it.
Yeah, on drop.
No, I sniped it. There's no way I'd get that on the drop. You kidding me? No way. Yeah. So yeah, you got to make. I need to sell mine. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Floor isn't always where people are buying though. Yeah, it goes up because people delist. I'm pretty good at reading where I sold. I sold my rocket this morning for like 80. So I wasn't too happy about that, but that was profit. So I had to get rid of it. This is just, sometimes you got to say, let's take the profit. I bought some stuff. I like this Thanos copter, but if somebody offered me a decent amount, I'd do it. Selling good mints in this market is rough. Yeah, you really have to have the really good ones, but 1, 2, 3, 4 is a pretty good one. By the way, guys, I'm probably going to go here in like 3, 4, 5 minutes. I've got some stuff to do before the Kobe Collects stream here, which might be at 1 o'clock. So I got a few things I want to do. Let's see. Yeah, it is hard to sell things though. Selling good mints is just not easy these days. Selling anything, you really have to make it so there's a little extra meat on the bone. So if somebody buys it, they think they can flip it.
Yeah,
that's the problem. But yeah, I've got
5-digit mint numbers.
Exactly. I mean, I've got the 1, 2, 3, 4 blue beta. I'm sorry, the 1, 2, 3, the blue beta secret rare. I mean, I might sell that. Somebody made me get offer.
There was a couple of things I put up last week, right? And I put up some secret rares that were 45 gems, and I put them up for 25 gems. Some of them sat on the floor for a day or two,
right,
and didn't even sell till I sold them myself.
It was I won't do that. I won't leave them on the floor.
There was just that less interest in it at the time in the some of the items what I brought.
Right. If I told you that, the local scalper, I'd have to kill you in a video game. It wasn't cheap, but it was not it was a good deal. It was definitely a good deal. Let's see. What are your thoughts on Star Wars comics? Okay, actually, they don't have them listed yet, do they?
It's actually all right. I think I've seen. I don't think they have the article, but they've got.
Yeah, they don't have the article yet. I mean, I saw.
Have you seen the actual article?
No, they don't have the article up now. You mean I saw the tweet, but
yeah, because there was an article that come out a couple of weeks ago. I was going to make a video on it, but I didn't get time to it.
On the Star Wars?
Yeah, so there was an article that come out, and it basically was introducing Veve to a different community and was basically saying, look, this is the first of its kind. Because
that's what it said.
Because you can buy this comic, and what's going to happen is, I think you get a matching poster to go with the comic.
Ooh.
Well, so that's the difference of the drop, whereas I don't think the drop article's come out yet.
No, because here it is right here. I'm looking on the tweet. So it's to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Star Wars Return of the Jedi with issue number 1 of the official comics adaptation. This first of its kind comic drop features 4 Veve variant covers, and they have the people drops Friday the 15th December. I mean, look, they're making things interesting. I'm looking, people like Star Wars.
There was a poster with it.
Yeah, I don't see that here, but that doesn't mean, I bet you get this 40th anniversary poster. There's a little poster under the Star Wars symbol. Maybe you get that.
I'm not sure whether you have to collect the whole set or whether it's each one, but I'm pretty sure it said there was 5 individual posters for each book. I'm pretty sure that's what it said. But
I mean, that would be
buy the book for $6.99 and you get the poster free. And I think the price was still $6.99 as well.
Yeah, I think it could do well. I just think this is just a bad market. So, it's hard to do anything. So yeah, we got everything going here. All right, Bob, any last words for the chat?
No, thanks for having me again. It's always good to see you. Yeah, I mainly come on just to say hi to you, mate, to be honest.
No, it was good to see you. I'm glad you could come on and hang and we could talk about the important stuff today. I think it was good.
I did like, if you do want to go and watch another video about that and you haven't seen mine yet, I did put one out yesterday. It was a bit more thought out.
This is for which one? For
the Ryan situation. If you did,
okay, you got another one?
There. No, just that other one. Just in
the
case
other
one didn't go and see it.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me go pull it up real quick, and I'll put it in the chat. You guys really
might explain the situation a little bit more.
Yeah, you should.
And then I also opened some Pokemon cards if you want to go and watch that. So,
all right, hold on. I'm gonna go.
I'm behind on the Veve video.
I'm supposed to have my big video tonight, and it's just not gonna happen.
I've started one, but I'm debating whether to just scrap it and start again. I've already done that twice.
I kind of did that. I started it. I'm like, this sucks. Nobody cares.
I've done it twice so far, and then I found out different things, different times. So now I've got to look at some other companies that are a bit bigger than the other companies I actually looked at. So now, did a whole video on that. So, and then they don't help when you can't read half of the language.
Right. All right. So there is. Let me make sure that's the right. Let me post this back in here. Yeah, I was just making sure I didn't forget erase the letter. So there you guys go. Go check it out. You can check his channel. You definitely should subscribe to him. Watch his videos; they're really good. And so yeah, check that out. Everyone like the stream on your way out. Yes, if you don't mind, hit that like button. That's awesome. Maybe we can get to 30 real quick. But I appreciate everyone dropping by. Bob, good to see you. Obviously, I will be back on, I think, around 1. Again, I have not heard from Kobe. I'll put a tweet out when that happens.
Kobe can be like that.
Yes, exactly. Well, and I got to figure it out here, get it all figured out. And I got to figure out if I have enough to even sell to be able to participate. So
and he does some long streams, Kobe.
Oh, I know.
I was watching one the other day, and I'd won basically a free entry into the thing. So I'd won it in the chat, and I sat there till 7 o'clock in the morning waiting to see what I'd won.
I know that happened to me.
I started at about 12 p.m. I think, and I was still waiting by 7 hours. Like, no.
It goes forever. It really does.
I'm going to bed.
All right. Well, anyways, guys, everyone, thank you for dropping by. Eric, thank you for dropping by. Big A, G43, Tucson, everyone who's here. I appreciate it, guys. If you want to join me later, I think around 1 o'clock Central Time, I will be back on for the HRO. This is the final crafting piece, so that could be good. And I think that is it. So, guys, check out Bob's video, and maybe I'll see you later. I don't think I'm streaming tomorrow, but I will definitely be streaming Thursday, and I'll see you then, guys. Peace.